Okay, hi, it's Brian. Hope y'all are doing well today. I wanted to talk to you about the Officer Tran body cam. So, this is actually one of the most important body cams I think there is, because Officer Tran's body cam, I believe, may be the earliest body cam footage that we have. So if I look at all the body cams, I think his footage starts almost directly after the first volley. So when you're looking at all the body cams, if you want to understand how did Metro react to the immediate shots from the shooting, Officer Tran's body cam provides a lot of insights into what was Metro's immediate reaction to the Las Vegas shooting. So when I look at the Officer Tran body cam, one of the things I realize is that he identified himself as being from on the western side of the stage. So he said that almost immediately. And then when he turned his body cam on, he actually turned his body cam on even though his body cam only pointed to the vest. So that's interesting. Like, if you're going to turn your camera on, why wouldn't you make sure that your camera can actually see something? Why would you turn your camera on and point it to a vest that can't see anything? Wouldn't you realize that? Because he must have actively turned his camera on. So didn't he realize it was pointing to the vest? So that's interesting. Why would you turn your camera on, knowingly point it to a vest where you can't see anything? Because in the Officer Tran body cam, we can only see yellow for about 20 minutes as he kind of cowers in the corner. The other thing is, where was Officer Tran? Well, actually, if we follow his body cam, we can eventually see that he's on the western side of the stage. So I would say stage left, almost in the front, next to where, if you look at the various cameras, there's sort of like a bunch of little, like, long rectangular white structures. He's kind of over there, right in the front of the stage area, to the left, stage left area, or west of the stage, as he mentions. So what's interesting is this part of the concert is where the majority of people were killed. If you look at that preliminary report, you'll see that a majority of the people were killed in the stage left area. The other thing is, I cross-referenced Officer Tran's video with some of the video that was posted on social media. So there's a video called the Love Video. Hey, what's up, Truth Seekers? So there's a video called the Love Video. And in this video, a lady says, "Come on, love, stay on top of me, love." And then she complains to him a little bit and says, "You just want to shoot your video." She says something like that. And then he makes a comment like, "That's not gunshots. That's something else. That's not gunshots." So he says this in a real high-pitched voice. So it was a really interesting voice he had. And I actually heard his voice later on in Officer Tran's body cam. So Officer Tran was literally like 10 to 20 yards away from where most of the deaths occurred. And he sat there cowering the entire time, saying to everyone, "Stay hunkered down, stay hunkered down." I mean, this is really sad. So even after the shooting, rather than go to the concert area where the people were dying right in front of him, he actually cuts out toward the Mandalay Bay and helps Officer Casey Clarkson escape, who had like a scratch on his neck. They even said, oh, he had a light graze on his neck. If you look at the social media videos, you see people giving like young women CPR because they're dying in the concert area. So what is this guy doing? Like, what is Officer Tran doing? And are we just supposed to sit back while Metro cowers in the corner? The other thing about the Officer Tran video that's interesting is people keep asking him for his gun. "Hey, Metro, are you going to help? I need your gun. Metro, give me your gun. Metro, give me your gun." Well, why are they asking a cop for his gun? Because he's a coward. He's cowering in the corner. Why else would people ask a cop for their gun? That's a crazy thing to ask for. Because they felt that desperate And it's almost a way of saying, look, you're going to be a coward, so let me just get your gun and protect us because you're just cowering in the corner. So this, you've got to look at this video. And I think what Metro doesn't do, because this guy turned his body cam on and covered it with his vest, you don't know where he is right away. Well, I've done a little bit of research, and he says on the radio, I'm west of the stage. And there isn't that much room west of the stage. So he's cowering just to the west of the stage, and within 10 to 15, 20 yards of him is where all the people died in the preliminary report. Hi, Flat Earth Squirrel Girl. So basically, what you've got to do, if you watch Officer Tran's video, and it's a very important video because it's the earliest video I've seen from Metro of the shooting time period. And what it basically shows is you have a cop who's within 20 yards of where most of the people died. Most of the people died stage left. And he says, I'm west of the stage, and he's all the way in the front. And he does not go out there to save one person. He doesn't help one person. And if you look at all of the social media videos for people who were stage left in the front, you can see videos of people dying, people getting CPR, and you don't see any cops around. The reason you don't see any cops around is because the closest cop, or one of the closest cops, Officer Tran, is cowering in the corner, saying, hunker down, we don't know where it's come from. Hunker down, we don't know where it's coming from. Well, it doesn't matter where it's coming from because they're killing people right in front of you and you're not doing anything. I mean, Officer Tran's video is probably the ultimate statement on cowardice that I've ever seen in live video from a policeman. It's frightening. You've got people saying, hey, look, give me your gun. And basically what they're saying is, you're a coward. Give me your gun because you're not going to use it. I may as well protect us. That's basically what people are saying in that video. And Tran just cowers in the corner for like 20 minutes. And if you look at where he was right stage left, west of the stage. And if you look at all the social media videos, those social media videos show people who got shot, people getting CPR, people getting first aid, maybe 15 to 20 yards away from Officer Tran. So why didn't Officer Tran help evacuate these people over that 10-minute period? Why did he say, stay coward in the corner if he's supposed to be a first responder? Shouldn't we ask more for our first responders? And I don't understand why we're identifying these people as heroes. He cowered in the corner while people are dying in front of him. He didn't, on his video, the only person I saw him help depart was Clarkson, the other Metro officer, who had like a graze on his neck. And they say, oh, he has a slight graze on his neck. He's okay. So the video in question is it's a 2-hour video. If you look at my latest, it was the video where I talk about the Metro cop who saw a gremlin. Metro cop sees a gremlin, or Metro cop talks about a gremlin. It's that video, and I've got it in the description section. I've got the original that I used for that. So it's the same video. It's the early part of the video. It's really boring because all you see is a yellow vest. But what you've got to realize is, that the yellow vest, he turns his camera on and knows it's pointing at the yellow vest. The other thing you've got to realize is this dude is right in front of where all these people were dying, according to the preliminary report. And he just sat there cowering. Stay hunkered down. We don't know where it's coming from. Stay hunkered down. We don't know where it's coming from. So why was he doing this? If you look at the social media videos and you contrast those with what Tran was doing, it's actually a frightening reflection on how Metro approached this situation. Basically, Officer Tran cowers in a corner for 20 minutes. And if you look at the social media video, which is like 20 minutes ahead of him, you've got people dying right in the concert area. So why did this Metro cop sit here cowering, telling people don't do anything? He says, oh, I'm trying to call medical. I'm trying to call medical. And he sits there cowering in the corner, and he cowers so much that people are like, I need your gun. Let me have your gun. And then finally, after 20 minutes, he gets up what happened to all these dead people out there? The preliminary report identified that this was the worst and most dangerous part of the concert area. And he just cowered the entire time. I just don't understand. I mean, it is, and you know what? It's like 50, you've got to watch the first 15 minutes of Officer Tran's video. And you've got to know that he was like 15 yards away, maybe 20 yards away from where the majority of the deaths occurred. Keep that in the back of your mind as you hear every excuse he mentions. Every excuse he mentions, okay? Because he mentions a lot of excuses. And why he doesn't go out there, he's got guys all around him, why he doesn't go out there and pull people out of the line of fire into the safe zone where he was is hard for me to understand. I mean, we should expect more from our first responders. I know first responders, you know, it takes a lot of bravery and courage. And first responders need to look at Officer Tran's video, and they need to know while he's cowering 15, 20 yards ahead of him, so maybe from me to that tree is where everybody died, okay? From me to that tree is where everybody died. So rather than get up and pull people out of there, he cowered in a corner, not only cowered, but created excuses for everybody around him. So as you watch the Officer Tran video, keep this in mind, that the people who were dying were that far away, from me to the tree. And that's where where pretty much the majority of the deaths occurred, according to the preliminary report. So Metro had an officer on scene that close, yet he is not in any of the social media videos I've seen in the concert area. Why? Because he was cowering in the corner, telling everybody to stay hunkered down. So, no, there is no law that states cops must protect us. There also is no law that states that we need to keep arming them if they're cowards. You know, we give them a lot of equipment. They don't need to protect us. You're right. They don't need to protect us, but we get what we get. And I think Metro showed us this is what we get. Yep. So Flat-Earth Squirrel Girl, tell me which video you're talking about. Which one? I'm drawing a blank right now as I prepare for this. Just give me a background on what it was. I'm trying to remember. Yeah. They claim to be protecting us, but I mean, watch this video. Like I said, it's the same one I reference in the Cop Who Sees Gremlins video, and it's the same source video. I'll share it in the description and in the notes as well. But no, it's like watching 15-20 minutes of cowardice. Oh yeah. No. I'm gonna make a video on that Flat-Earth Squirrel Girl. That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. That's gonna make like Metro's greatest hits. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was nuts. I gotta work on that. I'm trying to get all my. There's so much information out there, and what I realize is not many other creators are actually keeping up with the body cams. You know, we see stupid videos about smoke and stuff that makes no sense, like Bigfoot videos about smoke, and you know, I'm realizing, like, today's Wednesday, so there should be a release. I'm having a hard time keeping up with all the information. So you're right, that was a coward. He's like, oh no, they have rifles. That's not my job. I don't only look for people with rifles. I don't look for people with guns. That was crazy. Yeah. No, this is crazy. Like, everybody's all these institutions and all these authorities are protected by law. Like MGM's protected by law, I guess. And the only one who's not protected are the people who pay for the concerts. And the people who pay money, all the people who work hard for their money and pay these institutions aren't protected because they're the ones who are victims. And it seems like nobody's responsible for protecting us, even though we pay money for them to protect us. Like I don't understand how that works. Like, if you want to raise money, if you want to hire more cops, then you shouldn't show a body cam where your cop is cowering in the corner. Like look at this video. I think this video should be an example for first responders everywhere. Like, all right, is that what you guys are doing? Like, is that the expectation? Because if that's the expectation, maybe we shouldn't be spending any more money on giving you these weapons that you use to kill civilians or the mentally ill. Like, a lot of mentally ill are being killed by SWAT teams. So if your SWAT teams aren't going to be there to protect us from bad guys, and your first responders are going to cower in the corner, then why should we give you money to arm yourselves when the people you kill are mentally ill and we don't want you to shoot those people? Like, I don't understand what's happening right now. If you look at most of the officer, or I would say a lot of the officer-involved shootings for Metro, especially their SWAT team, their snipers are taking out mentally ill people. So their snipers are using all this technology to take out mentally ill people. However, they're not taking out Paddock. They're not even on scene with Paddock. And their officer, like Officer Tran, who's the first responder, literally the first responder. Like, that's like the earliest body cam we could see right there. Like, from me to that tree over there on stage, he's right there, literally the first responder. And I could see being scared, but he cowered for 20 minutes in the corner. Cowered. And we're supposed to keep giving, federal government's supposed to keep giving them money? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what, you know, if they don't want to endanger themselves, I understand that line of thinking. They shouldn't get any more taxpayer money. Like, if our expectation as taxpayers is that you're just going to cower in the corner during an act like Paddock's mass shooting, then you don't need any more money, because we'll give you money and you're just going to waste our taxpayer money because you're going to cower in the corner. Like, if that's the level of expectation that we should have as civilians, then you shouldn't get any more money. Like, all right, oh, I know you have to protect yourselves. I understand that. So you don't get any more money. Because why should we give you money if you're going to cower in the corner for 20 minutes? Tran cowered in the corner for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. All right? So, hey, it is what it is. Good discussion. Thanks for sharing all your thoughts here. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting what's happening. You know, I mean, if you look, like, Tran was as close to everything. He was as close to everything as I was to that tree over there. So he's as close as I was to that tree over there. So, I mean, that's really close. Like, right over there, you can see a tree, and that's about as far away as Tran was from where these people died. So it's frightening that he just cowered. I mean, I could see cowering for a little bit. I mean, there was automatic weaponry. Supposedly, he said it sounded like fireworks. So if it sounded like fireworks and he didn't think it was gunshots, why didn't he go help people? I don't understand. He didn't help anyone. The only one he helped was Officer, what's his name? Clarkson, the guy who got all those awards. He met Trump. He got all these awards because he got a graze on his neck. And they got him out of there right away. They helped him right away. They let all these other people who were in the concert area die, but they got him out of there right away. So, I mean, good for him. I'm glad he's okay. He got a cut on his neck, and he had his Band-Aid and everything. You know, I mean, but we have video of civilians dying down there. And I didn't see Officer Tran help any of those folks. You know, he talks to me. He's like, oh, man, she got shot in the head. Oh, that's nice of you, cop. Why didn't you help her? Like, he's just commenting on this. He doesn't even help them. He just cowers in the corner. And then, you know, and then if you look, like, Metro's getting all these awards, too, for their bravery and their first response. I think their two first responders, Tran cowered in the corner and Hendricks cowered in the hallway. Those are the two first responders. Hendricks was at Mandalay Bay. He cowered in the hallway. We have video of it. He even says, oh, I froze. I was so scared. I was praying. And then we've got Tran on video cowering the whole time. These are Metro's two first responders. This is you, Metro. This is who you represent. They represent you. Sheriff Lombardo, this is who you are. You are these two cowards. This is your organization, okay? Tran and Hendricks, the two earliest videos we see, and you're let it roll. I think it's horrible for these poor victims. When I saw what Tran did, cowering in the corner, and then I found out where he was, and he was like literally like that close to everything, like from here to that tree over there. You know, he was just afraid to do anything, and he just created all these excuses. I'm trying to get medical. I'm trying to get medical. Oh my God, dude, you're just cowering in the corner. Help these people. Didn't you learn CPR? Didn't you learn first aid? Get these people out of harm's way. Like, that's the kill zone. We saw it in the preliminary report. Everyone died in that center area, and they were like 15 to 20 yards away from him. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys. I just I didn't know where he was. I was confused for a while, and I didn't understand where he was located. And then when I finally heard him say, I'm west of the stage, I was like, whoa, no way. That's where all the death happened. And then I realized he's west of the stage, and he just cowered the whole time that people right in front of him were in the kill zone. Oh my God. This is just horrible. I mean, we see Hendrix in the hallway, like, oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Oh my God. Gunfire. And then he does nothing. And then we've got Tran, who just cowers in the corner. All we see is his yellow vest. Listen to him talk. When you listen to him talk for 15, 20 minutes, realize 15 to 20 yards away from him is where everyone died. That's where the majority of the people died. And he was cowering in the corner, and they're right in front of him. That's so sad. That is so sad. And this is a first responder. This is like the earliest video we see. All right, I'm going to sign off. Thank you for watching. Thanks for all the commentary in the chat. I'll post a Swords video. It's the same Swords video as the last video I did, the one about gremlins and a cop seat a gremlin. So anyway, thank you. Thanks, Flat Earth Squirrel Girl, for your comments and for empowering all of us. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.